Sir, hello, sir. Manoj, sir, good evening.
Hi, good evening.
Sir. Thank you, sir. Thanks for joining. 2 minutes, sir. We will start.
Yeah, no problem.
Good evening to all the participants. A warm welcome to all the participants on behalf of Department of CSE, Artificial Intelligence, Madanapalli Institute of Technology and Science for the 6 days industry-oriented FDP on the power of AI in industry, automating AI development and ensuring its practices. Before getting into the session, dear participants, please make a note of certain points. At the end of every day session, a feedback link will be provided through WhatsApp group or in chat. So please fill the form on or before 8:30 p.m. on the same date itself so that it can be considered for attendance. And as I mentioned in the brochure, for getting the certificate, you are supposed to have 80% attendance. And also, please mute yourself during this session. And at the end of the session, time will be provided for clarifying your doubts. I hope the session will be helpful for you with your cooperation. Now, I request Dr. Chakunathan, HOD Department of CSE Artificial Intelligence, Madanapalli Institute of Technology and Science, to give the welcome address. Sir, please, sir.
Thank you, madam. Thank you, Jennifer, madam. So, on behalf of this international FDP, I would like to welcome all the participants. First, I would like to thank our dignitary, Dr. P. Ramanathan, sir, Vice Principal Academics, and the coordinators, Dr. Vamsi, sir, and Dr. Jennifer, ma'am, and all the faculty members, research scholars, students. For one and all, the pleasant evening, and I would like to welcome all for this 6 days international FDP program. And here I would like to take this opportunity to brief about our previous international FDP, which is conducted in the previous academic year. So there we got around 380 number of candidates registered for this previous FDP, and we conducted a successful international FDP in the previous academic year. The same way. So in this, with this initiative, we are conducting this current FDP, and thanks for all the participants who have gathered here, joined here. And I would like to thank the resource person, Alat Manoj, today's resource person. Thank you very much, sir, for providing the session. And from the industry point of view, I hope that the points, whatever the points we are going to share, that every participants, they are going to get some insight. So thank you, Alex, sir. Once again, I welcome all the participants. And also, I request our Vice Principal, Dr. P. Ramanathan, sir, to give a presidential address. Sir, sir, please welcome, sir.
Sir, yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for your valuable words, sir. Now I request Dr. Vamsi, sir, to give the introduction about chief guest. Vamsi, sir, please, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Good evening to everyone. We are honored to welcome Mr. Alad Manoj Peter, the founder and CTO of Standard Insights Private Limited, Chennai, India, as our esteemed resource person for this session. With profound expertise in AI, machine learning, Linux systems, network security, he has been at the forefront of AI-driven business intelligence solutions. His industry contribution extend beyond technological innovations. He has played a vital role in the development of academia and industry collaboration. At MITS, he has kindly provided one consultancy project to the Department of CSEAI, also offered 2 internships with the students, to our final year students with a stipend. And now he is currently working on a business proposal with our one final year student. So recently, Sir visited our campus for MOU signing and actively took interview process for 7 students. As a solution architect, Mr. Alad Manoj Peter has led numerous projects across diverse sectors. His work on smart choice AI and advanced analytics and remarketing platform showcases his ability to transform businesses through AI-powered insights. His journey from an academician to an industry leader reflects his passion for innovation, mentorship, and technological advancement. We are privileged to have him to listen his insights on business intelligence, guiding us through evolving landscape of AI in industry. So let us extend a warm welcome to Mr. Alad Manoj Peter. So thank you, sir, for your invaluable contributions to the both industry and academia. Your expertise in AI, business intelligence, and technological innovation has truly made a significant impact. So without any delay, I'm handovering the session to you, sir. Over to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Vamsi. Thank you, guys. And thanks for the introduction. So I hope it's a evening, so let's start directly. Actually, already Dr. Vamsi said something about me. And I hope that's more than enough. And let's get into the business. So actually, this is today Monday. So actually, Monday and Fridays are very hectic days for me. So I think I'm a little bit tired. So I hope I don't bore you too much, and I'll talk only the essential points, and I'll make it quick and fast. Okay, so before getting into this FTP, okay, so I just want to give an overview on few things. Actually, lot of noises around AI nowadays, especially in terms of a lot of things, agentic AI, generative AI, soft computing, blah blah blah, all these things. But there is a concept, or there is a topic called business intelligence. That is really very important, because all the business needs some kind of intelligence. Okay, so out of that, what exactly we are going to harvest from the businesses? Okay, so that's really matters, because I think everybody know we need to make money. To make money, we should have some kind of intelligence. If the intelligence is provided by the computers, then that will be really good. There is something called conventional wisdom and generational wisdom. I think 2 weeks before, I visited my hometown, and we were on the boat. I think we took a boat, and we went for a ride in the sea. And I think the man who was driving the boat, he's around early 20s, maybe he's a teenage still. And that guy was driving the boat. There was a lot of waves in the ocean, and the guy couldn't able to uh, control the boat. Suddenly, there is another person came in, and he gave some instructions. Immediately, that boat was stable, because uh, the instruction was how to sail, and when the wave hit the boat. So he simply drive the boat towards the waves. Everything was so normal. So this is where the intelligence comes in. So I think there is a lot of data, because that guy who gave the instructions know how to drive the boat. So that is where that intelligence comes from. So he has experiences. That experience is converted into strategies. That strategies apply to some scenarios. Then the scenario become successful or failure. So this is what exactly intelligence means. So in terms of computers and computer science, we have a lot of data. From that, what we can do, actually, we have a partner. I think he's in US. I think whenever you talk to him, whenever he goes to a lot of conferences and everything. Whenever he meets somebody, so do you have data? What you are going to do with the data? What are the insights you have with the data? So that is where the business intelligence comes in. So every business has data. To convert the data into analytics, you need intelligence. That is what we are going to see about today. Okay, so I think let me directly get into the agenda of today. I think why this session matter, what are the interesting trends today or now, understanding A in BA. That's two different words, A and BA. So then AI powered BI tools. I think knowingly, unknowingly, you used some tools. Then importantly, what is AI versus BA? And finally, I think if possible, we will have, I think I have a program. So if it is possible, let me try to run. Actually, it's not a big thing, but let me try to show you something. Okay, why this session matters? I think it's FDP. So technically speaking, a lot of people who are attending are like, how to say, uh, faculties from different colleges or faculties from different places. Now, I think your job is to teach, or your job is to transform somebody. Okay, so how this intelligence and how this learning gonna benefit your students or your institution or your research or your what do you call papers and everything. So let's see what exactly we are going to see. So how AI is used in business intelligence, that's what we are going to see. So then automating data analysis, predictions, and decision making. Business rely on, and next one is uh, how the business relies on insights to uh, get the business done. For example, I think you assume a scenario, okay, and I think you are in a place. In that place, suddenly tomorrow there is a weather prediction. Tomorrow it is going to rain. Okay, so that is the weather prediction. So the business can get, okay, so if it is rains, what will sell? I think consider that business is a hotel. So if it is raining, what are the items sell the most? So based on that, the business can produce the product. For example, in our places, if it is raining very heavily, I think they used to have a lot of bhaji stalls and tea stalls because their business will be high. So based on that, what exactly we are going to retrieve is that business rely on AI-driven day for real-time insights. And that is, I think, faculty can prepare students for industry trends. Okay, so this is very, very important because uh, I used to take a lot of interviews, no offense, but most of the students comes to us. I think today also we had an interview. I think the girl is from South. And when we asked initially, what are the things you know? Very few people only learn something and they are, how to say, the ready-made product from the colleges. 90% of the students, or 80, I think I'll say 90% of the students are not ready. I think they used to say once on golden line, okay, man, you give me the job, you give me the money, you train me, I will be colorful. I think whenever I hear these statements, I think like, why I have to pay a lot of money and time on you? You may be a successful or you may be a failure. But that gamble, so many companies nowadays not ready to take. So when they come out from the college or when they come out from the educational institution, they should be ready. And at least they should know, okay, so these are all the technologies around. These are all the terms. These are all the what do you call coding practices around. All these things they have to ready. So I think faculty has to help them. And in terms of business intelligence, I think data science is nowadays so booming one. Similarly, fintech, that is also a booming one. Similarly, healthcare and marketing. Marketing nowadays is really good. I think if you watch cricket on Hotstar, and I think my brother house is downstairs. My house is upstairs. So I think he has different ads. I'm having different ads in the same match. So based on our internet patterns, that ads are coming differently. So like that, the marketing is also using a lot of business analytics. And similarly, so AI-powered analytics. Suppose if some students wants to do data sciences or data analytics, data engineering, so they should know what is AI-powered analytics means. So that is also a really important one. And traditional BA is not enough anymore. So traditional BA in the sense there will be Excel sheet. Everybody will put bar chart, line chart, pie chart, scatter chart, all these things. Nowadays, that chart also has to speak to you, and it also has to give you some insights. Okay, so now, for example, I think we have a product. Okay, so the product is a crazy product. I think it was developed by some students from university in US. I think we will give the data to ChatGPT, and we will give the same data to another JavaScript library. The JavaScript library will plot the chart. And at the same times, once the chart is plotted, I think that at the right level, left side, there will be a chart. Right side, the table will be there. At the bottom, there will be descriptions. From this, what you understand. So if you send, okay, if you give the prompt correctly to ChatGPT, okay, so this is the chart I'm going to plot, and this is the data. What are the insights you can give it to me? So that the ChatGPT gives some insights to you, and you can put that insight below the chart. So that will be really nice. I think that application, whenever we show the application to the client, and they will be like, oh, nice. I don't need to understand by seeing the chart, because the purpose of chart is to, how to say, I don't want to read the data, but nowadays the trend is changing. I want to see the summary of the chart at the bottom. And that's a different thing. So that is also happening nowadays. So AI generated insights and real-time dashboards. And I don't know how many people like teaching AI, but that is really interesting one. Well, actually, when I was in college, back in the time, I like that subject. It was so much interesting. So but unfortunately there was a lot of algorithms. I struggled in that algorithms, but it was interesting subject. Okay, so what it can change. But at the time, so many people not realized, okay, within 20 years, the world toppled in a different manner. Now everything is AI and everything. So AI is really interesting to study. And the next one is demand for AI BA expert is rising. Okay, so why that is rising means every company collects data. For example, if you visit a car dealer, okay, so they will collect the data. I think they'll ask very minimal questions: your name, your age, your location, and where do you work. Okay, for example, I visited Royal Enfield showroom few weeks before. Okay, so in that time, I think they collected all these informations. After that, I'm getting different kind of feedback forms. Okay, so this. So if you have, okay, if a person comes in, if you can profile the person, then that will be really good. So we need an expert who can able to see the data and transform the data. So that is what AIBA expects. I think simply data analysis or data engineering, whatever it is. Okay, so that is also really important. So you should also, I think, everybody know Power BI and Tableau, and Looker is like nothing but it's a Google tool. I think I'll explain that. So it's a Google tool, and Python is a program nowadays everybody's using. I think if you remember the good olden days, I think I used to write a lot of code in Java, C++, and then MATLAB comes. So nowadays the trend is changing, so that the teaching has to pivot a little bit towards all these tools. And also, I think how to convert an idea into an application. So I will talk this a little bit later, but every faculty, I think industry and entrepreneurs need ideas, and also they need lots and lots of small tools. Okay, so if you have an idea, if you can able to convert that idea into a tool, simple tool, that's enough. Okay, so that you can make millions. I think, but it should be worthy. So that is where application building is really important. So let me try to touch that also. So AI make BA more accessible. So problem with, I think, if you remember 10 years back, the computer what we have, the Excel what we have, I think if you put 200, 300 columns in Excel, and if you put 20,000 to 50,000 records, rows, then we couldn't be able to, how to say, we couldn't be able to work efficiently, because hundreds and hundreds of columns are there. But it takes a lot of time to analyze everything. But now you have the data in CSV, you upload the data, and automatically it gives analytics and it gives the information about the product. I think I saw one project when I visited the MITS campus. There was a guy and he built some kind of, he called that as an engine or something like that. I think that's a model. So if you simply pass the data, automatically it models everything and gives the output. So nowadays everybody's developing these kind of applications and things. Thank you. Okay, so, and next one is like AI adaptation. I think, I don't know how many people are using AI to teach. I think when I was working as a faculty back in 2015-16, there was a tool called Google Classroom. I don't know if it still exists, So at the time, I used to give some small assignments in that classroom. Some people do, some people don't do. But the people who do really make, I'll give them gifts. So if you, similarly, you can throw a small challenges. Okay. So through A, solve this, through A, solve this. Okay. So that is, that you can do. And also there is a gap between industry and academia. So everybody talks about that. When I was a faculty, I also talked about the same thing. If you step out of college, I think whatever you study in the college is just like a basic. But when you come to uh, industry, so there is something that is so advanced. At the same time, but I say in a different way, in colleges, we teach algorithms, lots and lots of analysis, and lots of papers are there. But unfortunately, these papers are really good to learn and everything. Suddenly, when they comes out of this, in their mind, it is not related to their subject. But for example, there is a paper called analysis of algorithm, right? I think so. Maybe in different names it is there. But that paper is really important one, and also software engineering. I think whenever we try to hire some senior persons, we ask, okay, so what is SDLC, and how you make the algorithm much faster? I think the answer will be like rough and bad, but importantly, all these answers they studied in their college itself. But the gap is, I think, the way it has to be taught is a little bit different. So if it is taught perfectly, I think everybody is how to say. So the industry can get more benefit from you. That means your faculties. Okay, so next one is the role of AI in business intelligence. So that's really important one. I think there is role of AI. Okay, so I don't know how many people uses. I told you right how many people you uses AI to predict. I think by factoring all the weather pattern, by factoring all, for example, if X is absent, automatically Y is absent. If X is present, Y will be present. So it is predicate logic, and also if it is the weather, the students will not come. If the weather is like this, the students will come like that. I think the colleges can create a project like that. So that will be really nice. I think you may have unimaginable results. So you can try that part also. So I think staffs, I think you can start building applications like this. And one more thing is like, I think so many universities and so many colleges using data analytics to, how to say, I don't know exact word, to harvest the students. That means, okay, so we have a college here, we have a community over there. I think if you go there and if you market ourselves there, the students will come to our college. So like that, universities are doing a lot of analysis. Okay, so let's go to this place, let's go to this place. So if you go there, that place may not have enough colleges, but there may be enough aspirant students. So definitely they will get the students from there. So that is also data analytics is involved. Okay, so and also BS evolving with AI, blah, blah, blah. Students must be trained for industry. So I think we discussed that a lot of times. And industry trends, okay, just give me a minute. I think I am back, right? Yeah. Okay, so what is industry trends? But I think if you ask everybody, what is AI means? I think even if it is like small kids nowadays telling ChatGPT, I think ChatGPT is the face of AI now. And also now China's version, that is DeepSeek. So that is also one trend in AI. So I think it is called as generative AI. I think if you have all the questions, automatically you can build your own AIs. Okay. And nowadays, one of the most important trends or most used trends in AI is chatbots. I don't know how many people are using chat, communicated with Airtel, Jio, whatever the brands. So I think previously, if you wanted to talk to a customer care agency, okay, press number 1, press number 2, press number 3, press number 1, press number 2, like that. But nowadays, I think if you type something, okay, so my internet is not working, so this is the problem. So can you arrange someone to fix that issue? So like that, if you give the command, the service providers are able to understand the queries and directly they are assigning somebody. I think I lost my credit card with ICICI. Okay, so I thought it was a very painful process last time. So that I decided, okay, so I thought it will be really painful to submit everything and get a next credit card. So I called the customer care. Within 3 to 5 seconds, there is a chat, robot voice is there. Okay, so what exactly your request? I said in English, okay, I lost my credit card. I want to block my credit card. That is the prompt I gave. And that chatbot, I think that chatbot gave me the reply that, okay, you have 2 credit card ending with X, Y, and Z number, ending with ABC number. Which one you want to block? I said the number. Immediately ask what is the reason. I lost my credit card. Okay, then it says, okay, are you want to confirm this? Yes. So immediately it sent me a OTP, and I said, I replied that OTP. Immediately my credit card got blocked and new card is reissued. Once upon a time, it took 5 to 10 minutes. Okay, I have to wait for 5 minutes. Then I have to talk to that person. He may understand, he may not understand. But nowadays, these kind of chatbots are really important, really making the sense. Okay, so the best project in it nowadays is like creating a chatbot, and also I'm also doing a consultancy work. In that, I think we are developing an ERP. In that ERP, we need a chatbot. Okay, so for example, in the chatbot, I want to say, hey man, I want to develop, I want to create a sales order for XYZ product at the rate of 0.5 cents for the quantity of 2 lakhs. Okay, so give them 5% discount, and then add another product called LMN, and for the quantity of 4 lakhs at the rate of 0.5 cents, and don't give any discounts. Then add shipping cost as this, and then add outbound shipping cost as this. Okay, so create the sales order. Once I complete the sentence, automatically it will display whatever the information I said into the screen. So my job is to just to click that. Okay, so I just verify that and click just okay. So these kind of conversational chatbots are the future. I think even with TV remote nowadays we are speaking, right? So that kind of things are really booming up. So you can, if you have any idea in this, definitely you can apply that and you can create that as an application. You can post it in what is this called, Google Play Store or iOS Store, or you open a website. I think the opening a website will cost you around $1,000 to $2,000. You put a website and do a branding. That's it. I think you have a product. I think at least for your resume, that will be a really good one. So try that. And real-time AI analytics, stock market predictions, and fraud detection. I think I already told you the story. I think, for example, credit card fraud detection is nowadays is really doing good. And the thing is, like, if you are using credit card for certain purposes, suddenly the behavior changes. Okay, for example, somebody stole credit card from you, and you use the credit card for petrol filling and mostly online buying. Suddenly the credit card is used in gold jewelry. Immediately it will mark as a spam transaction. Immediately it will block the credit card. Like that, lots and lots of trends are coming. Situational understanding added to the credit card analytics and real-time AI analytics. And AI generated reports, just before I told you, right? We have a chart. In the chart, left side there will be a chart, right side there will be a table. And so if you, at the bottom, it will explain the results. Okay, man, your sales is not doing good. So ask your sales guys to what to say, sales guys to do good. Okay, so like that we can give analysis. I think we have a client. I think that client is in US. I think he's like a very wild guy. Always he shouts for no reason. Okay, and he asked us to predict the 2025 sales. Okay, so we gave a chart. I think in that chart there was a dip in August and September, and that guy started to shout, "Why the hell is this sales is down? Blah 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 blah." I think he was shouting for 5 to 10 minutes. I couldn't able to understand what exactly he's speaking. He speaks in his own slang. After 5 minutes, I think I have a partner who she's in US. I think I connected her in private chat and said what exactly he's talking about. He says our prediction is wrong because the sales is coming down in the month of August and September. How can it predict? So that should, I think, for them that 2 months is like really good months to sell because during that time only the summer starts. So in US during the summer times there will be a lot of sales. And I after 2 days, uh, I think I couldn't able to understand what the data says. Okay, so we have integration with ChatGPT, so we don't need to go to ChatGPT and we need to put the prompt. I think enough from our application, it automatically connects with ChatGPT and it gives the data to ChatGPT, and the ChatGPT gave back the results. I think uh, his because he shouts a lot. Because of that, every 6 months or every 8 months, this much of people are leaving. And also, for example, if an employee is there for almost 2 years or 2.5 years, he is making them to leave the company. So combining these two factors during August and during September, so the company is going to lose almost half of their sales representative. Okay, suddenly, and so that the sales is predicted to dip in August and September. I couldn't be able to believe that. Then we presented to that guy. Okay, man. Okay, John, you see this. So this is okay. So this is what is going to happen in John. So you are going to fire these guys. These guys are going out, so that your sales team is gonna how to say, sales gonna miss sales calls. So automatically your sales will go down. And he was laughing and he says like, and yeah, that could be happen. And we are waiting for August and September what happens. But technically speaking, we couldn't be able to understand what sorry guys, once again. Very sorry guys, I'm in office, so some people are going. Okay, so the thing is, what exactly where it is like, we don't know how to, by seeing the data, we couldn't be able to understand what exactly going to happen. But the chat GPT can give us some insight. So that is where that automatic generative AI, it's not a generative AI, that kind of intelligence a system can give it to us. So that business intelligence is really nice. I think for the first times we are hearing that. Okay, so this is also a possibility. Like, okay, so the system predicts so August, this much people will go out. September, we will fire 3 guys, so that August and September sales team will be half. The sales will be half. All these things. Okay, like that, there will be like a scenario. Okay, so that is where the business intelligence is all about. And no code AI, as I told you, nowadays so many people are creating models. From the models, they can get insights, so that if they send the data inside automatically, it will, you don't need to code anything. So it will understand the code and it will give you the exact results. Okay, let me try to show that through Power Chat GPT. Okay. So understanding AI in BA. Okay. So key concept: data-driven decision making, machine learning, NLP, predictive analytics, deep learning. Okay, so I don't want to explain all these concepts. So data-driven decision making means from the data we need to make decision. Machine learning means I think the data, as I told you, if you send the data to the system, it automatically lands that information and give us solution. So nowadays prediction is also really important. When I think I told you about our partner. So whenever he goes to somewhere, he says, does your system has predictive analytics? Okay, so why predictive analytics is really important means like the story is so simple in US. Okay, consider a supermarket. Okay, it's a very big supermarket. In the supermarket, every day they have to put order for fruits and veggies. Fruits and veggies have a shelf life. So this product will perish in 3 days. This will perish in 2 days, like that. What exactly happen if you don't have a predictive analytics means? I think once upon a time there was intelligent people who was able to say, okay, so today you may have this much customers, tomorrow you may have this much customers. Nowadays, using this AI techniques, okay, so today Tuesday, so today we will have 100 visitors, and today, Wednesday, we may have 150 visitors. So today, Saturday, we may have 500 visitors. So for today, for 100 visitors only, you have to buy veggies, and 500 visitors only, you have to buy fruits. So suppose if you buy lots and lots of fruits, I think if you buy fruits for 500 people on Tuesday, so there will be a huge loss. So inventory prediction, that is really important one in terms of business analytics. So that is also a very important market that is happening in US. I think we cannot predict 100%, but even if you reduce the loss by 20 to 40%, you just need accuracy of 20 to 40%. That system will be really good. Some people say 90%, 80% accuracy. I don't believe that, but because always humans are different. Okay, suppose if in other shops open to that shop on that particular day, there won't be any business for the shop. So like that, I think that is what the predictive analytics is really important. Nowadays, that is a really booming concept. I think as a researchers, if somebody is doing research or if you are gonna do, how to say, if you are gonna create if you like to create a paper, I think you can do papers in predictive analytics. That's a really good market. And also I think I asked the academic fraternity to do research on business intelligence, because instead of creating I think image processing, network security, blah 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 things, this business intelligence concept is an open ocean. So many fishes are there. If your model thinks something to the industry, you hit the jackpot. Okay, so I hope you understand. So these are all the areas I think everybody should consider a little bit more. I don't think deep planning you don't need too much. I think as I told you a little bit earlier, I think credit card system nowadays this deep planning is also used in lots and lots of scenario prediction. I think we got a project, but we refused because there is a ethics between life and death. So yeah, I think in US the prisons are, some prisons are private prisons. The problem with the administrators are like how to say, I don't know the exact right. There will be violence in the prison and breakout in the prison. So when it happens, so that is a interesting concept. I think if the food is too bad for 4 days or 5 days, if the temperature is uncontrollable, that means climate is too hot or too cold, and if there is a too cold, if they haven't given good blankets, if it is too hot, if they are not allowed to take bath or if they are not allowed to go out, and also, for example, if there are rival gangs inside the same cell like that, if there is a pattern, automatically the system has to trigger, right? Okay, so there is a chance of violence today, there is a chance of violence tomorrow, so they take necessary action because the scenario is going out of hands, like that things. But when the project comes to us, I think at the time we don't have any project also. But when it comes to life and death, there is a chance, right? I think you may not be able to predict, okay, because the system cell authorities may be rely on your systems at the time. Sometimes the violence happen, so you feel responsible. So this is also something not everybody care about, but we should be little bit care about all these things when we do deep analytics and when we develop an application. So there should be little concerns about, okay, so that is also you should consider whenever you do an application or whenever you have a concept. Okay. And we have business intelligence. Why the business intelligence is really important? Okay, there is two case studies I took. One is like Kotak, another one is like Blockbuster. I don't know. I think both are US companies. Kotak is the monopoly, kind of monopoly in the film industry. When the digital photography became a thing, they couldn't be able to identify that. Okay, so there is one thing called change management. So whenever there is, for example, if somebody says, okay, tomorrow digital is the thing, everybody is gonna use digital cameras. I don't know how many people see the digital cameras once upon in mid 2000. It was a trend. So everybody like to have a digital camera. So at the time, Kotak still thinking like that. We can sell films, they can have that photo papers, all these things, but they couldn't be able to understand the market. They couldn't be able to understand what exactly happening around digital photography. They failed. I think once upon a time, I think yesterday there was Oscar events, right? Once upon a time, Oscar events main sponsor is Kotak. So I think in even Oscar stages, I think if you go back 20 years, 15 years, something like that, 15, 20 years, you can see Kotak sponsorship in Oscars. But now the company is nowhere. I think they were $1 billion company. Now they are making revenue under 100 millions. Okay, so their business is gone. And similarly, Blockbuster. So this is also related to film. I think once upon a time that VCP, right? Video cassette player. So at the time, Blockbuster is US's the big network. I think they have stores all around US. I think they used to rent the cassettes to the houses in the US. At the time, the concept of Netflix came in and they laughed at us. Oh no, I think they are not ready to embrace new technology. And Netflix tried to sell its business to Blockbuster. Blockbuster again said, "Okay, we don't want your business. We are we are the successful one, so we don't need to adapt the next technology." But then CD came, DVD came. After that, OTT came. Once OTT became a thing, immediately all went sideways. I think Blockbuster went bankrupt. No business. Okay. Nowadays, Netflix is the best revenue-making OTT around the world. So I think why we need to study business intelligence is these two things are really important. So we should be able to understand the market, what people think, and through that we can make a product which is suitable for what do you call it, the market. Okay, and as I told you, I think whenever you have have classes or whenever you try to study something, you just have a lot of case studies. Okay, so that will be really important. And also, and based on Amazon only, we created our first product. Our first product is recommendation system combined with RFM and inventory prediction. That is what our first successful product. So we used Amazon, what do you call it, recommendation system. Okay, if you go to Amazon, if you buy this product, automatically it shows, okay, buy this product also. We also did the same. The problem with at the time, I think I'm talking about 2015, 2016, 2018. Okay, so there is not much applications who can give inventory predictions and inventory optimization, as well as recommendation systems. So at that time, what is this called? We released our system based on recommendations. At the time, we used to write lots and lots of lines of code to do that. But nowadays, if you use Python, okay, import this package, send the data, okay, this is your recommended product. So it's like so easy. I think we used clustering. I think k-means clustering. After clustering, I think before clustering, we have to sanitize the data. We have to do lots and lots of pre-processing with the data. Then only we have to give the data to k-means clustering. Then from that k-means clustering, we got that output. But that was very hard work for us. But nowadays, I think we had a intern. I think he said, I can do something like this. And he did it in 3 days. I think that accuracy matters, but they can able to do that. So these kind of case studies and this kind of small project, I think not only students, I think faculty also can have GitHub. And if you put, I think, what do you call, all the committees also has to have, for example, computer science and IT related subjects. That should be another parameter, whatever NBA or whatever it is like. There should be a parameter called coding expertise. I think if you have hundreds and hundreds of GitHub repositories, you can have good marks. So that can make a lot of interesting coding. And also, I think when I was in college, I used to make money outside teaching. I used to go to some people and do consulting. Okay, man, code like that, code like this, create a product like this. So you can have more money. So that is also one interesting things for the faculties. I think if you have some passion, and I think in Tamil, I used to say vidamuyarchi. I don't know that exact English word. Okay, so uh, try your best, and then you can have like a product. I think if you have Netflix, that is also recommendation systems are there. 99% I don't watch Netflix recommended movies, but that can bring some good things. I think interesting thing is like we had a uh, one organic store near us. Okay, I think that guy who's running that organic store, every morning he used to go to milk farm. I think actually it is 15 kilometers away from Chennai. So he used to go there and he buys the cow milk and he brings to the store every early morning. Then he packs and then he sells. I think at least twice a day, thrice a day he feeds. Okay, so at the time we were at a very small business. So I think the owner gave the data to us. Okay, so what exactly happening? What exactly happening in our store? So I think I told you about prediction system. So we ran the predictive system. When the milk will sell, when the milk will not sell. I think we found some kind of pattern. Okay, today this much milk will sell. Today this much milk will be sold. I think he tried something and he got, I think, from the spillages from 5 to 10 liter to 1 to 2 liter. I think he almost saved 3 to 6 liters of milk every day. So that is kind of thing you can, I think if you have a prediction system, if you have a recommendation system so that you can sell it to your nearby stores. I think if you go to supermarket, okay, supermarket man, how many employees you need? Based on this, you have to increase your strength, increase your inventory, all these things you can suggest, and so that will be really good. And so let's talk about some tools. I think already a lot of tools are available. I think I just took a few things. Let's leave Python for AI and BI. So a lot of libraries are there. You can leave it. So let's talk about Microsoft Power BI. So it is one of the most used AI tools nowadays. That are BI tools nowadays. The thing is, yeah, it is nothing but a exaggerated Excel sheet. I think you can put n number of rows, records, all whatever it is. It automatically analyzes the records and gives you the result. So that is, I think, if you know a little bit about how to generate a dashboard, that could be a really good thing. Okay, for example, you can do one more thing. I think you can put all, I think if you're a class teacher or something like that, you may have that academic record of all the students so that you can put all the records in the Power BI. And I think for colleges, they give the free version. So you can put all the data into Power BI. Okay, you can analyze. Okay, so what will be the predicted score, and when the students is gonna drop out, when the students is gonna perform well. All these things you can get it. And also, if you want color charts, just upload the data. It automatically gives 20-30 charts. So that will be really good to have using Microsoft Power BI. And so I think you can, it's a very simple tool to use. I think lots and lots of tutorials are available. You can try that. Google Looker is like mostly, I think I used Google Looker. I think it was Google Analytics before. So they changed the name, but that's a tool platform. I think there is something called Google Website Analytics, YouTube Analytics, whatever the data you upload or whatever the data, I think it is more good for their own analytics. I think YouTube, if you have a YouTube channel, you can analyze your YouTube channel using Google Looker, all these things. And Tableau is also another tool. I think I tried this tool, but I was not comfortable with that. But then I stopped using this one. And also, this is also paid, and that tool is a little bit costlier. And that is also very, very interesting tool. And now a question, right? What is AI? What is BA? Okay, so the simple thing is like AI talk about the future, BA talks about the past. Okay, so this has happened in the past. From this is your insight. AI says like, okay, so based on the past, it will say, okay, so this will happen in the future. So combining both these things, we can have a 360-degree product. Okay, so let's see small thing. Okay, actually, this is the real part. AI is like simulates human intelligence. BA is analyzes historical and real-time data. Okay, as I told you, since it is historical, so this is related to past times. Okay, and also from the BI we will derive business insights. Okay, and also mostly BI is used for decision making, and AI is used for decision making and also automation. So, for example, you imagine one scenario like if there is a rain. Okay, so close the swimming pool. If there is a rain, we close the lawn. So like that, if you have a program, automatically that AI can sense the rain and you can do that. I think it shouldn't do when it rains. It should predict where I think in next 5 minutes it is going to rain. At that time, it has to close the pool. At the time, it has to close the garden or whatever it is. So that is what AI is all about. Okay. So, for example, if it is rain, if it closes the pool, means it is like it's like a sensor system, right? Internet of Things, blah blah blah, all these things. But it is not. It is not artificial intelligence. Okay. And then next one is like data handling in the AI and BA. Okay, so mostly AA works with unstructured data and BA works with structured data. Okay, that means whenever I think I told you right, whenever we send the Excel sheet or CSV file to a business intelligence business model, the first step is like we have to clean up the data. Then only that data will give insights. So that is one drawback of business intelligence, as well as that is the correct way to use the intelligence. Because if you have a junk data, that will be junk analysis. So garbage in, garbage out. So the clean data should be there. For that, BI, we need to give clean structured data. So that's what all the modeling process done there. And nowadays, I think if you earlier I told you we have a project going on. If you say computer create a sales order, it will create a sales order. Computer give me the status of the sales order, it will give you the status of the sales order. All these things, how to say. So that is also part of AI. So whatever the data we gives in, so it analyzes the data and it gives the output. And what is the core functionalities of business analysis? The simple answer is visualize the data. Okay, so whether it's a dashboard or report, so the core value is to visualize the data. So, for example, if you want to do something with the data, if you want to do something, for example, with the business, okay, so I think a lot of business consultants use, how to say, collect the data and they run the data into an algorithms, and then they have some kind of 4 or 5 spreadsheets or charts, and then the charts will be given to the users. So that is what all the data analysts will do. I think everybody has a chance of being a data analyst. So all you just need is Power BI or your own few algorithms and data modeling techniques. So you can ask, okay, so I'm a data scientist. If you give me the data, I will analyze the data for you. I think for the first 3 months you can do it for free, so that you may have a, what do you call, you may have a base. Then you can charge money. Okay, so that is also really important. Really good business for everybody. And don't ask me how I get the time. Yeah, I think you have to manage it. And I think, and also BA is more useful in decision making. Okay, for example, I think in Chennai, I think last year. So when I think in Chennai there is a concept called U-turns, no signal and U-turns. In a lot of places it is successful. So it reduces the congestion in main points. So how they are doing is like that, very simple. I think they are calculating how many vehicles passing the signal. Okay, and from this signal, how many vehicles are turning right, how many vehicles are going right, left, and how many vehicles are going straight. So like that, they are calculating. So they are creating a loop. So instead of signals, so there are, after 100 meters or after 50 meters, there will be U-turn. So if the vehicle wants to go to the right side, so automatically it will go to 100%, 100 meters, then it will take U-turn and then it will go right side. So only the straight roads need to have signals, not right and left. So automatically, whenever the vehicle is moving, so automatically the vehicles will be doing the U-turn. So I think how they came to the conclusion on how much meter that should be U-turn. So that is a calculation needed. I think when some people, I think there is an article in, I don't remember the paper, some magazines, they have written how they are calculating where to put U-turn. So they have a calculation. So from this signal, after 100 meters, for this signal, it is 200 meters, there will be a diversion. So go there and take diversions so that the traffic will. Sorry. Okay. So how many kilometers it has to take the diversion? So this is where the BA comes in. So they analyze the vehicles and everything. Then they have to do that. And also one more important thing of BAs is performance reporting. That is obvious. I think you can use that anywhere in your. I think all the colleges using faculty performance report, whatever the accreditation. So that is also they are using performance evaluation reports. They so many people say 90%, 100% like that. So all these things based on the data only. So most of the decision making, BA will help you. And relationship, AI enhances BA. But that means BA depend little bit on AI only. So because AI has to give that informations, from that BA will sustain. And future of AI and BA. Okay, so technically speaking, AI along with business intelligence help us to take decisions not only in the terms of businesses, in the real world also. For example, if you take traffic, if you take revenue, if you take accidents, all these things, if you combine AI with BA, that would be really good. Okay. So and So these are all the places where we can use this AA and BA. So most probably, I think I'll talk about only A. So in retail things, I think if a store wants to have a monthly sales reports and everything, retail can, I think BA can help. And in finances, so historical expenses. So that, for example, when we do financial auditing every year, financial budget every year. Okay, last year we spent this much money on marketing, this much money on sales. Okay, so last year we spent only $1 million on marketing. So for $1 million, we got $5 million project. Suppose if you spend $2 million, you make a $10 million profit. Like that, if you want to analyze this, if you want to allocate something, that finance will be really helpful. In terms of healthcare, okay, hospital can analyze, okay, based on the scenarios, based on the different factors, these are all the this much bed we need for this week, this much bed we need for that month, and also this much outpatients will come in. Like that, they can predict. E-commerce, there is customer purchase behavior report. That's really important. As I told you, customer recommendation, and also RFM, customer ranking and predictions. All these things, this will be really useful. So this is these are all the use cases. So whenever you do a business, or whenever you do a research, whenever you do a application kind of things, so you have to consider. So where I wanted to focus. Okay, I have some knowledge in finance. Okay, so what I can do? Okay, so I can give them the budget optimization report. So if you give that, okay, so these are all the indicators, or these are all the parameters I'm going to take that as a I'm going to take that from the future past sales. From that, I'm going to predict, okay, this XYZ is going to happen in the future. So that financial applications you can make. Okay, and also lots and lots of share market oriented applications are also there, but 90% don't work. But if you have a mechanism which can reduce the loss of the what do you call investor, then traders, that will be really good. So like that. Okay, so based on this business analytics, you can have this solution. Like that, you can have a product. Similarly, you are so much interested in building a predictive. If you have a problem with customer behavior things, inventory prediction things, so that you can have algorithms and you can implement it. Like that, you can have so many things, ideas. And also, as I told a little earlier, business intelligence is a vast open. It needs lots and lots and lots of inputs and lots of new ideas. So I hope everybody can rise up to the occasions. Okay, so and what exactly we can achieve from business intelligence? Data-driven decision making, identifying the business trends and patterns, competitive advantages. Okay, so let's see a little bit about all these things. So BA helps organizations make informed decisions based on real-time and historical data, reducing guesswork. Okay, so if you have enough data, so that you can give the data into an analytical system, that data can transform into a magic. Okay, so this will happen, this may not happen, all these things you can predict from this. And identifying business trends and patterns. So this is also a very important one. Okay, so I think in Chennai, if it is summer, so many people will visit malls. Not only in Chennai, I think almost all over India. Why they are going visiting mall is like very simple reasons. So that is, the temperature is so hot, so they go into the mall by 11 a.m. and then they will leave by 5 p.m. Or 6 p.m. Okay, so this is the data. So for this season, April, May, June, July, how these informations can help the mall owners or mall shops. Okay, so mostly during that period, I think if somebody wants to be there for 5 hours or 6 hours, definitely they will be hungry. Okay, so I think they can increase the food stalls. Otherwise, they can increase the price of the food products. Okay, so that is one decision, because whatever it is, they have to buy food. And next one is, so the in mall, I think they can increase the activity, that is kids activity or any, I think, bowling or whatever it is, so that they can put something over there. And once it is December month, I think they can repurpose for some other reasons also. Okay, and also nowadays in malls during the cricket matches, they close some part. I think they close restaurants or they close some part, and they put a big screen and they watch cricket matches. So that is also okay. So this much people are ready to come and watch cricket matches. So that is also behavior analysis, customer behavior analysis. From that they are making money. Okay, so and also if you have enough data in your side, and if your analytics are really good, so that you can predict the changes in the market and make the decisions based on all these things. As I told you, I think some malls like in Chennai, I think during the summer they increase the what is this called? Parking charges. Okay, but during some days the parking charges less because there is a lot of vehicles, so they are charging because whatever the cost, they are ready to pay like that. Okay, so like that you can bring life to the data through analytics. Okay, so as I told you, in terms of business intelligence, the research area is vast, and I think everybody can nowadays. I think using ChatGPT and lots and lots of Python libraries are there, lots and lots of YouTube tutorials are there. I urge everybody to uh, do some research or do some consultancy work. Even if you don't have any what do you call it, sponsors, you can have your own product, have a GitHub, put your code. Okay, so and two things are there. I think if your code is really worthy, if nobody's buying, then release that as open source and give a Patreon link or buy me a coffee link. I think I have a friend who is doing a lot of integration works. I think he was so fed up with the customers are not paying, so he put all the code in open source. Now he's getting around $3,000 to $4,000 a month as a through buy me a coffee or something Patreon also. So that is also happening. So I think everybody's computer science engineer. So everybody has to at least do few codings, and you have to make the code and convert the work into applications and how to say cherish. I think that will also inspire your students. I think when I was in college, some people comes to me, like very few people. I think they come to me for everybody. Why they are coming means they say, you are teaching me code, you are giving me. I think that excites. I think the coding is like a magic, right? So that I think you have to embrace the magic so that you can inspire so many people, and also so many people are interested in ethical hacking and network security. But that is different. But the coding and prediction, all these things, you can make a wonder of it. Okay, so I think it is almost time. Okay, so that's all from my side. I think this is what I want to say, and let me show you one small piece of, I think, how the idea can be converted into application. I think it's not a complete application. It is a simple one pager. I don't know whether it will run. Let me try that. So, okay, so this is one small application I created using uh, Python. I think this is a small application. So that application is, I think I used Docker. Okay, Docker is a building mechanism. I think if you wanted to code much easier, I think you can use Docker. Okay, so I think I used Python as a backend. Okay, so I have Python code. In the front end, I have PHP because for me it is very easy to do. So I used PHP. I think you can use uh, what is this called? So Python also has a UI library, but I like Python. Sorry, I like PHP. Okay, and also React. So it's a different thing. Okay, so what exactly this project is doing is like that. We are getting customer products, order products, and product information. So all these product informations are there. And I haven't loaded this. Sorry. Okay, so the code is. I have a RF controller. This RF controller is like I think this. I think I have small, only 4-5 data. I believe. Yeah, I think I have only 5 data loaded because the data set was not working. So I just loaded only 5 data, but it doesn't matter. Okay, so what this product is, what this idea is. So there is a client who have their customer data. Okay, so he wants to give a how to say reward program to their clients. Okay, or they want to give a badge so that whenever the customer sees their badge, they like to buy more things because they feel like they are appreciated. That is also one business logic. If you mark your customer as a loyal customer, they may think, oh my god, I am a good guy, so that they may come to you again and again. So that it is also same thing. So I have created a program. In that program, I have a RFM. This is called RFM, means recency, frequency, and monitoring. Okay, based on this recent, frequent, and modular monitoring means how frequently he visits, that is F, how recently he visits, that is R, how much money he used, that is called as monitoring. So based on that, we are giving rewards. I think here for simplicity, I think I rewrite the code. If you visited more than 2 times, and if you buy for more than 300, if he visited less than 10 days, he is a best customer. If he visited more than 1 time, and if he spent more than $100, and he is like a loyal customer. I think other people are needs attention. As I told you, I think this is I just developed for this one, so I didn't have a complex logic. So you can have this logic automated so that you can release this as a project. Okay, so instead of automatic, I think you should have a mean median mechanism to identify. Okay, so for what top 10% of the customers doing, what top 20% of the customers doing. Based on that, you can put frequency, you can automatically calculate frequency, you can automatically calculate recency value, and automatically calculate monetary value. Based on that, you can group the customers. I think if you go to internet and if you search RFM customer targets, it may give you 7 to 11 categories. I think we have uh, we have extracted 6 categories in our application, but generally it has 11 groups. I think I don't know how I can put. Yeah, I think for me it is saying 11 groups. Okay, champion, loyal customers, promising new customers, abandoned, warm, cold, need attention, should lose, sleepers, lost, all these things like that. You can have so many categories. Okay, then once the customer is presented, then that need to be given to the customers. Okay, so this is the only code that is have logic. Other codes are like it is simply dummy. And then once it is given, I think I have created this using APIs. Okay, so we call that as a what do you call uh, APIs, and I used Flask for that. Okay, so I think then I'll come back to this one. So I think if you this will run in one server, front end will run in a different server. So when you run the backend, I think the Python code, so it will run, and then from this URL you can get the charts. Okay, so from this I have created a dashboard and I just placed the card over here. So what exactly here it will happen is like, it is very simple. So whenever you run this application, it will display all the customer informations in the dashboard. I think what category he belongs and uh, uh, what to say, what category and how much he purchased, all these things. Right? Okay, like that you can build it. I think for me to build this, it takes 1 hour, so that I couldn't be able to spend too much time on that. Sorry for that. And like that, you can have one small solution. Okay, so and also you can ask your you or your students to do a research paper on that. Okay, for example, to optimize the performance or optimize the calculations or improve the efficiency or improve the accuracy, like that you can have a calculations and you can run this. Okay, so like that you can build an application and you can run this application. From this application, as I told you, you can put this code in your GitHub so that everybody knows like your coding skills, at least just for a proud moment. Also you can do that. So I think you may have attract some people when you have excellent coding skills. Okay, so I don't know, it will run. I don't remember. I was running this. Mm, So I haven't turned on Docker. I think this is cool technology. I think starting failed. Actually, once upon a time, there will be a fight between developer and deployers. I think always developer says, my code is running, but it is not running in the productions. To avoid all these things, Docker is introduced. Not sure it is running. Cannot see, right? Okay, so sorry guys. I think it is. I have some issues in running this, so it's running, but it's not running. Okay, so this is what I'm trying to say. Okay, so if you use ChatGPT and if you use the automating tools like Copilot, within days or within a week, we can create a small applications. I request you all to have uh, 5 to 10 applications in your name, and also whenever you publish the publication, so that you can do a reference on this. I think most of the publications people like metadata, meta results. So I think these are all very good ways to see the meta results. I think if you run a case studies with your nearby supermarkets and nearby whatever the malls or institutions, bigger institutions and government institutions, that will be really good. Okay. I hope I enlightened few things. I was not that boring. So with this, I'd like to conclude this session. And I think whenever we meet next time, probably I can have a bigger demo and also probably much better timing also, because 6:30 to 7:30 is a complex time. Also, Monday is also really hard for me. Okay, so thank you guys, and thanks for listening. I think I saw so many people are there, and thanks for listening, and thanks organizers for us organizing such a good thing. Thank you guys. Have a good day.
Yeah, thank you, Elliot. Thank you so much for your wonderful presentation. And I hope this will be helpful for our participants to train themselves to learn more about the business intelligence, sir. Thank you so much for your valuable insights. And dear participants, now if you have any doubts, you can clarify it. You can
Yeah.
unmute yourself and you can ask doubts if you are having any doubts.
Uh,
Yes. Yes, okay. If no questions, yes, we can wind up the session. The link for feedback will be shared very shortly in your WhatsApp group. Please update the feedback then and there. For example, today, 3rd March, if we are posting the feedback link, please complete it on or before 8:30 p.m. so that it will be easy for us to conclude the attendance. Thank you, participants. Thank you all for your patience and your listening. And tomorrow we can again join tomorrow by again 6 p.m. with a new resource person. Thank you all.
Thank you, guys. Catch you later. Bye.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.